Hey, what's up, guys? Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel. Thanks for joining me. And if you're enjoying the content, I would like to ask that you kindly subscribe so I can continue bringing you more insightful pop culture commentary. So, hey, it looks like Toy Fair 2019 is almost wrapping up. And just like most of you, I had a list of things that I was really looking forward to seeing. On top of that list was the long anticipated Jurassic Park Brachiosaurus. Now, in the days leading up to Toy Fair, I was certain that we would be seeing something. Let's not forget the sneak peek image that Mattel put out on their Instagram account, giving us a tease of how big the final product was going to look like, especially measured against the figures of Alan Grant and the Legacy Collection Jeep Wrangler, which surprisingly, come to think about it, is still crowding up the stores here. Guys, it's a fantastic, iconic Jeep. Why is it warming up the retail racks along with the Stegosaurus? But anyway, looks like we're gonna have to keep waiting a bit longer to see the Brachiosaurus. I mean, I understand that a toy of this gargantuan size and fan anticipation will need more time, care, and attention in ensuring that it meets even the most stringent expectations, and also to ensure that Mattel takes home more Toy of the Year awards. In any event, I personally was let down by the overall displays at the Mattel showroom. Jurassic World, of course, had the coolest new pieces, including the updated Indominus Rex, although I have no idea why blue needs to be so big. But there was no sign of Masters of the Universe or even the rumored Thundercats. Okay, so while we wait for the Brachiosaurus beast to shatter the shelving at toy stores everywhere, I just wanted to share some thoughts on the toy's impending release. Now, firstly, I just wanted to get a feel for how many of you out there realistically feel like you will own this. I have to be honest. Being an action figure collector, I'm a fan of too many lines at the same time, and it's just not possible to have everything in my collection. Size is undoubtedly a key concern. I realize that this may not apply to everyone, but it likely does to most. Now, I feel like action figures should be displayed properly and to maximum visual impact and enjoyment, and not kept in rows of concealed boxes somewhere in a storage attic like it's a government facility from Raiders of the Lost Ark. And there's been many times when I've seen something I really liked, but I had to leave it behind at the store because the thought of how much space it would take to display it was just overwhelming. All those AT-AT walkers they released, all those multiple new versions of the Millennium Falcon, all left behind. Meaning, I'm okay going back to the store multiple times just to look at a gigantic, colossal toy that I admire, but perhaps not to own it myself and have to find a place to put it up. I guess this is the reason why smaller scaled figures are rising in popularity. You see a huge return to the 3.5-inch scale in lines from Reaction and static 2-inch figures from things like Funko Minis. A lot of people crave the opportunity to have a systematic collection of figures from pop culture properties they enjoy, but in manageable proportions. Secondly, I do wonder how high the Brachiosaurus rates in the popularity scale among kids against other dinosaurs which are not as slow and lumbering. Now, while the Brachiosaurus is physically imposing as a dinosaur, toy or otherwise, it's not a carnivorous, meat-eating beast like its other brethren such as the T-Rex, the Carnotaur, the Velociraptor, and all the other dinos with shredding teeth and claws. The Brachiosaurus is an overall benevolent dinosaur, or at least that's how the movies have portrayed it. Maybe in real life it was a perfectly engineered killing machine which ripped and killed everything in sight. But good luck getting anyone to believe that now. Now I realize the presence of the Brachiosaurus in the movies was more of a bookend piece. It was there to greet our heroes when they arrived on the island for the first time, and it was there to say goodbye to them as the island crumbled all around it, and in fact it just stood there solemnly howling as the flames engulfed it. Are you telling me that this thing has no survival instinct? In the first Jurassic Park, the Brachiosaurus gently comes up to our heroes and grazes against them almost playfully. It was helpless against the savage Indominus Rex, and scores of it were left for dead for Owen to stumble upon and cradle in his arms as their last breath left their bodies. They are huge for sure, but have always been portrayed as playful and pitiful. They are like the dinosaurs that you could trust to babysit your kids while you ran out to the store for some bread and a carton of milk. Now my point is, just how much play value can you pack into the Brachiosaurus toy to make him appealing to kids? The toy would not have stuff like a swinging tail strike, lunging claw attack, or huge opening jaws to swallow your toy figures. It could have an electronic function to recreate the moaning sound it made when our heroes first met it, and also the haunting howl it makes as it died. I guess that would add to its play value somewhat. Or maybe even a mechanical walking function that has its neck rise up and down as it moves and has its eyes light up at the same time. This option seems to be very popular with almost every bootleg Brachiosaurus toy I've seen. Now look, make no mistake, I'm definitely super eager to see how this final thing looks like. But I think a big part of the anticipation is simply because we've never had a Brachiosaurus in this scale before, and just wondering how the final product looks like is killing us. But yeah, at the same time, I was just wondering how kids would play with it. Now, the Brachiosaurus was never in any iconic action sequence in the films for them to refer to. It's not like there was a sequence in the films where the characters were riding on its back or sliding down its neck to get to safety. Sure, they could use their imaginations and have it throw its weight around and just demolish stuff, but that just seems to go against the creature's code. I don't know, guys, I just think about stuff like this sometimes. Well, you tell me, how would you guys play with it? Or is it just something that you would designate as a diorama piece and that's it? So guys, let me know your overall feelings about the Brachiosaurus toy that we're gonna get soon. Now, if you're watching this video, I assume you're a fan of the Jurassic universe and more than likely someone that collects the toys as well. So is the Brachiosaurus on your absolute must-buy list, or is it on your wish list? Is it something that you will pre-order instantly? If you are getting it, do you have the space for it? And what were the things that you were looking forward to the most at Toy Fair 2019? And what were the most exciting things that you wanted to see and most disappointed by? Let me know in the comment section. Now, thank you as always for joining me, and look out for more comments and commentary from the channel soon.